I knew I wanted time and money freedom, but I didn't know what that looked like. So I used to listen to podcasts a lot, but one of the podcasts told me that I should go into the house and I should ask people, do you want a cash offer or would you take payments?
How were you getting started? Because without capital, you don't have a big marketing budget. Was it driving for dollars type deal or walking for dollars?
Right.
Was it like, how were you trying to find these deals to wholesale?
Right. I remember when I first lost my car, my best friend's mom let me use one of her spare cars for the weekend. So I was like, oh, I got to make whatever I can make happen this weekend, right? So I remember going to an auction. In that book, it talked about getting a mentor. And like, I'm trying to build the courage to try to talk to somebody here to see if they'd help me out. Well, I asked one guy there, and he said, no, I don't do that because people waste my time, but I have a deal. I want you to come to my office to see it. So I go to his office to see the deal, and I literally this is the deal. I say, I don't care about this deal. I need some help. Will you be my mentor? And he was like, oh, okay. Well, you seem a little serious, but I need you to get 100 houses that are vacant, and then I'll take you seriously. So I leave. This is a Friday because I had one weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I got to take the car back.
Yeah.
So I leave. I start driving for dollars to find vacant properties. And then I'd say probably the next day around noon, I was like, okay, I got the 100 houses. What you want me to do next? And he's like, oh, you're serious?
That's awesome. Yeah.
I said, yeah, I need some help. Help me. So I started with driving for dollars, but I wasn't really having too much success in that. And that's when I started, I was like, I need to get a job. So I started working at Amazon. I was like, I'll just do real estate in the evening. What I found the most success in when I first started was Richmond. They probably still have this. I don't market anymore. I do referral-based stuff now. But they have a vacant property list. And basically that vacant property list, they were about to demo a lot of those houses. And I had gotten to a point where now I had a little bit of money because I got a job. And every time I would get paid, I would just market as much as I could afford, and even sometimes more than I could afford, if I'm honest with you. And I just kept mailing the same list. I eventually got 5 deals under contract by doing that over and over and over again.
What kind of scale did your wholesaling ended up catching fire before you might have started realizing like the buy and hold game or your next progression?
So if I'm honest with everybody that is watching or listening to this, I got into rental property investing on accident.
Okay.
I knew I wanted time and money freedom, but I didn't know what that looked like. So I used to listen to podcasts a lot. So if you guys are listening to this, you're doing yourself a good service here. But one of the podcasts told me that I should go into the house and I should ask people, do you want a cash offer or would you take payments? And, mostly everybody said they wanted a cash offer.
Right.
So I got one guy and he said, I'll take payments. And in my head, I was like, you'll take payments? Nobody takes the payments, right?
What are you doing?
Right. So I was like, I kept my cool. Couldn't blow my cool in there. I kept my cool, and I'm like, I'm gonna see how I'm gonna structure the deal, and then I'll get back to you. And in my head, I'm like, I gotta figure out how to do this. Nobody takes the payments.
Right.
So I went to a meetup, and they showed me how to structure the deal. I went back to the seller. We negotiated a little bit, but anyway, we ended up agreeing, and I put a tenant in that property, and I started getting paid for that property way after I was doing the work. Like I was getting paid every single month for a property I did work for a long time ago.
Right.
And I said, wait a second, this is what I got into real estate for. It brought me right back to I wanted time and money freedom. That is what that was giving me. So then I started, diving in the world of private money and seeing that, if I'm able to get the deals at a deep enough discount, somebody will fund the entire deal for me. And even the rehab. And I said, oh man, I've hit the sweet spot.
Right.
Let me build my portfolio this way.